Okay, Pathfinder, it's not what you think. This is the dangerous truth. This is the part that no one else is talking about. Everyone is celebrating this new family court reform like it's going to fix everything. Less conflict, faster decisions, more focus on the child. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Yeah, so did the last system. Let me ask you something. If the system was already supposed to be child-focused and it wasn't working, why do you think just speeding it up is suddenly going to fix it? That's the bit no one's talking about, because what they're selling you right now is efficiency. What they're actually building is compression. They haven't removed the problems. They've just moved them earlier and made them harder to fix. You see, under this new Pathfinder model, everything gets front-loaded. That sounds like progress. In reality, it means this. Instead of your case developing over time, it gets judged before it's even had a chance to breathe. Let's be blunt. At the very start of your case, you don't have your evidence ready. You don't have your thoughts structured. You're emotional. You're reactive. And now, that's exactly when they decide what kind of parent you are. Brilliant timing. Because what they've done is shift the center of gravity. It's no longer about what happens in court. It's about what happens before court. Your first call, your first impression, your first 30 minutes with Kafkas. That's now where the real judgment starts. And here's the uncomfortable bit, really uncomfortable. People don't make decisions based on full evidence. They make decisions based on early impressions and then defend them. That's not cynicism. That's psychology. So what happens? You go into the call thinking, yep, just need to explain my side. You talk, you vent, you correct things, you get frustrated. And what they hear is defensive, emotionally reactive, lacks insight, game over. Meanwhile, someone else walks in calm, measured, says just enough, mentions a few concerns in the right tone, and suddenly, protective parent, child-focused, credible, really credible. Same situation, different perception. Now here's where it gets dangerous, because once that early narrative is formed, everything else gets filtered through it. You're no longer being assessed neutrally. You're being assessed as the parent with risk, or worse still, the parent managing the risk. And once you're in one of those two boxes, good luck getting out. Let me ask you this. How many people walking into family court have been trained on how they're being psychologically assessed? None. They think it's about truth, and it's not. It's about presentation of truth under pressure. And the most people fail that without even realizing. Now, don't get me wrong. There are good intentions behind this. Less delay. Good. Fewer drawn out battles. Good. Protecting children earlier. Good. Of course. But here's the uncomfortable truth. They've built a system that assumes professionals will always get it right early, and parents will always present themselves well under stress. That's fantasy, because what they've actually created is this, a system where a 30-minute conversation can shape a 2-year outcome. Think about that. 30 minutes. That's less time than most people spend deciding what to watch on Netflix. And you're telling me that's enough form of reliable view on a parent-child relationship? Come on. And here's the bit no one wants to say out loud. So I will. This doesn't remove the bias. It amplifies it. Because when decisions are made early, there's less time to challenge, less time to correct them, less time to expose them. So whatever assumptions exist in the system already, they don't disappear. They just get locked in faster. And if you think that is about men versus women, you're already missing the point. This isn't about gender. It's about who controls the narrative first. Because under Pathfinder, the person who controls the narrative early doesn't just tell the story, they define the lens. Everyone else sees through it. And the other person, they spend the rest of their case trying to undo something that was decided in their first conversation. That's the real shift. Not fairness, not balance, control of perception. So if you're walking into this system thinking, I'll just tell the truth and it all will be fine, it'll work itself out, you're about to learn a very expensive lesson. Because in this system, it's not just what you say, it's when you say it, how you say it, and how it's received before you even realize you're being judged. And that's just part one. By the time you realize how the system actually works, it's already decided who you are and what your outcome is.